Warning. This podcast is hosted by two brain-dead idiots with zero filter. Therefore, it contains language and opinions not suitable for all listeners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Two, one.
Clap cheeks.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Virtual Tavern, a podcast where we talk about all things sci-fi and fantasy. My name is Adam Edgar, joined by
Hunter Chambliss. What's up, people?
Yeah, catch you on the flip side. Anyway,
All right, we're just gonna avoid that asshole.
Yeah. So it has been a while. We did tell you guys that we're gonna have larger and larger gaps in between our upload schedule. I'm still devising up kind of like a plan to like keep the uploads predictable, but also we're probably going to end up spacing them out a little bit more. So far our days up haven't really lined up too well.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking probably we're going to stick to that twice a month where we'll have one Fantasy Friday and one Sci-Fi Sunday. So a total of 4 episodes a month.
Yeah.
I think that's more a more attainable schedule.
Yeah, and now that your training portion is done, you'll actually be on like your regular schedule.
Yeah.
That's going to help a lot because you're not going to be
training has been complete.
Yes. That'll help quite a bit, since you and one of my other buddies are on the same crew. Like I know kind of when your days off are going to be.
Yeah.
So it'll help with like being able to know what days we can record, so it's not constantly like, what are you doing today?
Yeah.
Fucking working, asshole.
Yeah, we'll make a schedule, so that's why you took that photos. You're gonna like
I'm gonna
make a little schedule.
I'll make a calendar for us, and what I'll try to do too is like I'll make it to where one color, it'll be like a total of 5 colors, I guess. That way we can see what rotation the other person's coming off of as well. So that way, like I don't think you're gonna be up right first thing in the morning, right? When you're just getting off of nights or vice versa, whatever.
Exactly.
Because I can't remember exactly if when if I'm coming off of nights, if you're gonna be going on it or what the case is. So I'll take a look into that.
We'll figure all that out in due time. But anyway, thank you guys for being patient, and thank you guys for tuning in to this next installment of the much awaited, much anticipated next episode of Cyberpunk 2077, the video game. So welcome back for Sci-Fi Sunday. It is not Sunday, but when you guys see this, it will be Sunday through the power of editing magic.
You always announce it. You could just not acknowledge the fact that it's not Sunday.
I just want the viewers to. I don't know. Fuck the viewers. Anyway, last time we left off, we had done the Evelyn Parker mission where we traced her last steps and kind of like went through the Clouds kind of brothel deal.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, Clouds?
Yeah, it's Clouds.
Okay. We had a very interesting talk with a working girl, and we got to learn that Evelyn Parker's backstory is very fucked up and that she was like physically abused and had to get a jaw replacement.
Yeah, and we learned through the extra shit that I did on mine that it wasn't that a client beat the fuck out of her like everyone had suspected. It was that it appeared that she had been quick hacked, so she started losing her shit in the middle of this dance and like slammed her head up against a wall and fucked herself up.
Yeah, but before we get into that, we have something called our house cleaning shit. It takes about 10 minutes, so bear with us. It's where we do our plugs, where we announce emails and everything, and talk about our socials, talk about what's going on in our lives, and do our talking about recap. So first off, emails. We have not had any emails lately, but if you would like, you can send us an email at contactvirtualtavern@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Anything you want to say about fantasy, sci-fi. We're covering Lord of the Rings right now, so if you have a question about that or want to know our insights about something, if we got something wrong about the lore about either Sci-Fi Sunday or Fantasy Friday, please correct us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to getting those critiques, and it helps get us some engagement. So. Actually, you see, Johny Silverhands, he wasn't the first terrorist to be seen in Night City.
Yeah, but we don't have any emails, but this is the appropriate section where I do want to give some shout outs to our YouTube audience. So we didn't get any emails, but on our YouTube, we've been having some really awesome comments, and I wanted to give these guys some shout outs. So, what is it? Say my _user_name.
They say my username.
They said, I don't know how I got blessed enough for YouTube to randomly recommend me episode 7 of this Cyberpunk series, but damn, I'm hyped. Came back to the first episode to start from here. Cyberpunk is probably my favorite game of all time, so I'm looking forward to following you guys as you go through the entire game. Great stuff. I've played through this game so many times, so it's hard to remember, but I'm pretty sure on my first playthrough, I chose the Nomad life path and Johnny/Rogue ending and gave Johnny the body back. And then I just commented, thank you. Like an automated response. Thanks.
Yeah, like you just have a fucking basic PR bitch.
Do not reply. This is an automated email. No, but I just wanted to give that person a shout out. So thank you for engaging with our podcast, and thank you for following. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm very appreciative of that. One, people are just watching us in general, but it's cool to hear that they're just happen to run into us. Like,
yes.
The algorithm's starting to pick us up, which is really cool. So I'm glad that he happened to mention that we just randomly popped up on his page.
Yeah. So thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. So if you want us to read comments like that, email us, or you can leave a comment on one of our YouTube videos. I would prefer email, that way I can keep track of it. But if you are on YouTube and you're just like, I'll read it there too. If it's something heartfelt and interesting or something interesting for us to talk about, I'll read it.
Yeah, it's not just someone dropping fucking the slurs in there.
What's next? Anyway, whenever we get a new country, by the way, you need to take your Greedo. You fucking forgot it last time.
I'm going to leave it here as decoration.
Oh, okay.
That way Greedo can stay with his family.
Because the audience is going to be like, hey, you promised that Greedo to him, you fucking Indian giver.
I mean, Jesus. To be fair, you can't see him.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Anything outside the aspect ratio of the camera does not exist.
Unless, Melanie happens to come in being the beer wench and you chase her ass around the room.
So we did get a new listener from a new country. And anytime we get a new listener from a new country, I like to give them a shout out. So Hunter, 3 guesses.
Okay.
China. No. I thought that's what you were going to go with.
No. I was trying to remember what ones we had hit last time. Last time it was Russia, Japan, and Israel.
Yep.
So I know we have one from Lithuania.
Yes.
We might have one from this country, but I'm going to guess it anyway. I'm going to say Brazil.
No, it wasn't Brazil.
Okay. I've guessed Cuba before. I know we either have one from Ireland or I guessed Ireland last time. I know that Ireland was said once and Spain was said twice. And dude, I didn't even realize that I had said Spain twice. I rewatched that part of the episode. I was like, you fucking idiot.
Yep.
I know we have Australia.
Just throw one out there.
Fuck, I don't fucking know. I'm spacing. I can't.
Up.
Oh, fuck it. Big one. I've guessed it. You know what? Mexico.
It is.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
First fucking try. Good job. It only took you a fucking eternity. So we had someone on our YouTube also comment. Username L1NKRYU. Don't know how to say that, but watching/listening here from Mexico City.
Very cool.
So thank you, whomever you are, for watching and tuning into the podcast. So whenever I see little comments like that, I will shout you out. So thank you for listening to the podcast. Really appreciate it. I can't believe you fucking got that first try.
Dude, I was going to be like, you know what? I know it's not this. Canada. Then fucking brain is like, wait a second. Mexico. It's never been guessed.
Last thing to cap off our talking about our
wait,
house
was it Hawaii?
Shit. No. Like I said, I didn't do our plug. So obviously, if you're watching us, we're on YouTube. We also have a Spotify. So if you prefer one app or the other, just letting you guys know. And we also have a TikTok, virtual_tavern_podcast. I'm going to be making a lot more YouTube shorts. So more content is coming to TikTok and YouTube. My
Yeah.
philosophy is, since we're going to be uploading less episodes, that gives me more time to make YouTube shorts at home.
Yeah, and I've been a little busy doing a lot of my own shit. There's another podcast that the guys that I create content with are wanting me to get started on. So I'm actually gonna be asking Dickfuck over here for some.
Ooh.
Yeah, you heard me for
Oh.
some tips as far as like being able to upload it and shit. Um, but
I'll be dick fuck.
I am going to be getting the videos that I have currently stockpiled, at least scheduled to be uploaded, because I need to do that for my channel as well. So just
Yeah.
give me some time, guys. It's like I said, I've been busy. Shit's just been a little crazy and congested for me.
Yeah. But anyway, that's our socials and that's our plugs. One last thing to cap off our house cleaning shit is our talking point recap. Now, for those of you that don't know, a talking point recap for us is an opportunity for us to reflect on the previous segment of whatever we're covering. I feel like I've gotten that down to a fucking science, like a salesman speech.
And then you fucked it up.
Yeah. But anyway, Hunter, my talking point recap for you is last episode, we got to learn a lot about V's backstory. Well, not so much his backstory, but his personality, right?
Yeah, we get to learn like kind of the inner workings of his brain because, they have the scans of
Yeah.
you.
So, what do you believe is the most interesting thing that we got to learn or revelation about V's personality during that whole speech with the fucking hooker?
So for me, it was really just getting to see him humanized because, like, you can make him this tanky, ungodly fucking, like, just a massacre of a person, basically. But
Yeah.
to be able to actually hear him be scared of what's to come, like, that it's there, but you don't think about it because, you're busy running around fucking blasting people all the shit. Just
So anyways, I
going
started
and blasting.
I started blasting.
But yeah, no, just like him admitting that, I'm scared of this and I don't want this to happen or whatever.
Yeah.
That to me was probably the thing that probably hit the hardest was just that reminder of, he is mortal. He's aware of his own mortality.
I'm only human after all. I'm only human. I don't know why that popped in my head.
So my bit for you is it's actually kind of along the same lines, but we got to have several different interactions.
Okay.
We talked to Angel or Sky, depending on which one you chose. We talked to Tom. We talked to Woodman.
Yeah.
And depending on what you chose, dialogue wise, you got a decent amount of lore. What was your favorite piece of lore that we got from this last bit?
See, this is kind of tough because I actually didn't go as in depth as you, so I missed out on vital fucking sections of this mission. I didn't know that Evelyn Parker was quick hacked and fucking like there's a hologram like hollow reconstruction of events in her fucking private room. I guess the most interesting thing that we learned is that Evelyn Parker is a doll.
Yeah.
And that she's been in this industry for a long time. Because when you meet her initially, you think of her as the owner of fucking what was it, Lucy's or the Mox place?
Yeah.
I forget the name of it. Cloud? No, it's not Cloud. Son of a bitch! Why am I drawing a blank on this? It's the fucking place you meet Judy and meet Evelyn Parker
I think
the
it's
first
called
time.
Lucy's.
It might be Lucy's, but when you go there for the heist mission and you meet her for the first time, you assume that she's like the fucking owner.
Yeah, like she's the fucking big dick swinging, walking around. Just, I guess it'd be big clit, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah. Well, I think she is the owner, but like you wouldn't think of her as like someone that had that past of a doll.
Yeah. And like it's interesting to be able to learn more about her because
It's called Lizzie's.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, because like, she comes off as such a strong, independent person. Not that dolls are necessarily not strong or independent, but that's not
Right.
what I would associate with someone that is either currently in that line of work or
Yeah.
did that for however long.
Because you just see her as such a powerful person. It's like if Rogue turned out to be like a doll in her past, like,
Can she be a current doll?
Oh my God.
Can I find this doll?
But like, it's this strong woman that you didn't know had that kind of a backstory to her.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's my answer.
Yeah, for me, because I have the intelligence checks that I can do. It was being given the option to help them buff their security because I did see the fact that she got quick hacked. I did get to go through that whole storyline. So for me, like the fact that my intelligence is at a level to where I can interact with people like that, like
Yeah.
that's cool to see.
Okay.
Because you don't get to have like your intelligence will come in every once in a while,
Yeah.
but it doesn't ever feel like it has a real effect on like the world around you.
Oh,
So
you mean
it's
the speech checks?
Yeah.
Or like
um
to use something to recreate the environment?
no, like the actual speech checks, like being able
Oh.
to use that specific skill set. Because like my cool pops up 9 times out of 10. My
Yeah.
intelligence, it's rare. So to be able to actually like have it take form and like know that it's actually changing something in the world is
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome. Well, that's that. That's the end of the episode. All right, catch you guys. My name's Adam. We'll catch you
Bye.
then. Anyway, no, that is our house cleaning shit. See, we kept it under 10 minutes. We had like a 4-minute intro, so we're still keeping it on schedule. Anyway, now we can get into the meat and potatoes of why you guys are here. The meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes. The meat and potatoes. Oh, Jesus, we're autistic. Anyway,
Yep. That's about the friends.
so last time we left off with Panem. She was waiting for us at the Sunset Motel in like a little garage that's off to the right.
Yeah, she was working on her car or
And
her truck.
the quest requires you, first off, what's this quest called again, Hunter?
So the first quest is called Lightning Breaks, which
Okay.
that is where you go in, you have to basically tamper with this giant like power supply type shit and make it to where you can create an EMP pulse to
Yes.
take out the AV. So we go from lightning breaks to life during war times, and we'll be finishing with tapeworm.
Okay.
Which tapeworm is one of the recurring ones. It's just whenever like your shit starts acting up and you
Yeah.
have the whole ass conversation with Johnny. So we're gonna hit that one like
Yeah.
4 more times.
So let's just do a small recap just in case you guys have forgotten, kind of like set the table again so we know where we're at. What we're doing right now is Panem, we scratched her back, we were able to get her truck back for her. We killed the people responsible for kidnapping. I say kidnapping like it's a fucking sentient being,
Yeah.
taking her truck in the first place. And now it's her turn to help us. The whole point we're doing this is so that we can get her help to take down an AV. And the person inside is a VIP by the name of Andrew Helman.
Yep.
And he is the only person that we know of that can possibly help us fix the chip.
Yeah, Andrew Helman was the one that he designed the chip. He has all the blueprints and shit for it. Like, if anyone knows anything about these biochips, it's him.
Yeah. And he is leaving, not Konpeki Plaza, but like, some kind of tower, some kind of Arasaka tower.
Yeah, and he's headed towards Kang Tao because he was actually going to sell them the blueprints for the
Yes.
biochip.
Okay. So now that's that, it's her turn to help us out. So we wake up at the Sunset Motel and you have to wait until midnight, which is weird. But
Yeah, because you're having to roll up on this place that's guarded, so they want to try to get there when you can't be seen. So it's going to be easier for you to penetrate it, to get inside. Deep like.
Stop it. So you go to the garage, right? And Panem is underneath the hood of the fucking truck, fixing it up and everything. And you start asking her, all right, what's the plan and everything? She pulls you aside, pulls you to a little workbench. And I love how she's using fucking wrenches and like modules and like the fucking pair of pliers as like little tiny, like fucking, you know how like a war table has all these chess pieces and everything?
Yeah, they're like little landmarks and fucking figurines pretty much.
It's like, we're the wrench and the fucking AV is my pair of pliers over here.
And we're going to hit it with the EMP pulse here, and the screwdriver is where it's going to go fucking nose down.
Yeah.
And one thing that I really liked about it is there's a cool check while she, right after she gives you all this shit.
I did that too.
And yeah, she's like, he goes, well, aren't you counting chickens? Like, how can we know that it's going to fly over this fucking, this tower, the power supply? She's like,
yeah,
well, we don't know, but we don't have to worry about it. Just trust me on this.
Yeah. So you kind of go over a brief overview of the plan, right? And then your next task is to, what the fuck do you do after this? You Do you hop in the truck with her at this point? I think you do.
Yeah, so like you get briefed on the plan. You're like, okay, cool, let's fucking go. So you start riding there, and there's a couple of like little dialogue moments here and there, like nothing crucial. I can't remember exactly.
There was
what's all
some
talked
good
about.
dialogue bits in here, actually, if I remember right. Like during this whole mission, when you're in the truck with Pan Am, all of the dialogue options build character and build rapport with Pan Am.
You eventually get to a point where she's like, all right, I've got this this turret, this heavy machine gun that's up top, because originally that's what V thought we were going to use to down the fucking AV.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, listen, that wouldn't damage it at all, not on something heavy hitting like that. So
yeah, it would just barely dent the side.
Yeah, so you pull off on the side of the freeway, and she's like, link in with your personal link, and she starts scanning you because she has to run diagnostics.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you just hear her go, oh shit, it's throwing me an error code. There must be some kind of a virus, and you have two options. I went with option 2, which was saying that, it's nothing to worry about. Like, you can either say it's just some malware or there's nothing to worry about. So V starts telling her, oh, it's nothing too dangerous. She goes, well, this is just basic soft. Like, I don't have, advanced security on this. Like, don't worry, it's not advanced at all. Matter of fact, it's backwards. And before all this shit starts, as soon as she recognizes that there's an error code, Johny pops up like, here's Johny. Hi, Pan Am.
Yeah.
And when you say it's actually backwards, he just goes, oh, fucking real funny.
Yeah.
I died laughing when I saw it because I forgot about that line.
I know, but it's nothing to worry about. Nothing dangerous or anything.
Maybe for you, but this vehicle only has basic security soft. If it's something
Don't
advanced...
worry. Nothing too advanced. Pretty backwards, actually.
Real fucking funny.
You would better see a Ripper Doc after all this is over.
All right, Mom.
During this mission, Johny will randomly pop up in the back of the truck, and these are some great moments. Like, fucking, this is the mission where Johny says, "You remind me of me not too long ago, minus the impressive cock."
Yeah, minus the charisma. An impressive cock.
Yeah, that's where this mission where it comes from. So you do the turret calibration and everything. There's some great dialogue, with Pan Am. I can't remember verbatim what is said, but it's great character building.
So he as you're riding down to the power station.
Yeah.
You start asking her, like, how'd you come up with this plan? Like, because you basically can compliment her and say, you've formed a really solid plan. Like, this is impressive. Because, well, I follow the AAA, which is assessment, assembly, and action.
Yeah.
And she explains the whole thing. Like, you assess the situation, you get everything that you need, and then action. And of course, fucking V's like, well, what if something goes awry? Then your ass you better hope you can improvise. What, do you think I was just going to hand you the fucking booklet for success?
I like when he says, you should turn that into a t-shirt or something.
Yeah. You got one word for you. T-shirt.
T-shirt, yeah. But you go down the hill and everything, and this is when you full on attack the power station, right?
Yeah.
So you go in, after you've tested the gun and everything, you're getting chased by fucking security drones. And it's actually a very fun on-the-rail shooter. Like, obviously, we know that the car segments, there's no real danger, right?
Yeah.
But it's fun, right? It's shooting the fucking minigun, shooting all the drones down.
So the thing that I found funny about it is, if you can be accurate with it, it's only going to take you about 15 seconds to down all 4 drones. However, you get like 1.5 of them down, and here comes fucking Pan Am yelling at you to hurry up and get them down. Like, I'm trying. Well, do better.
Literally within 3 seconds of the drone appearing, like, you haven't killed them fast enough. They literally just spawned. Give me a fucking second.
Yeah, maybe stop fucking swinging around all over the place and I can aim.
Get rid of those drones, V!
What do you think I'm doing?
Do it better!
Yeah, so you like go in a circle.
Yeah.
Just around this whole fucking station.
Oh, dude, even after you fucking down it, she just drives in like 2 circles.
Yeah.
So,
I'm like, Pan Am, are you going to stop anytime soon? She's just driving in a fucking circle.
Yeah, like, I didn't fucking keep the clip of it, but I was talking to myself like, Pan Am, we've been here before. We're going in circles. It was fucking perfect.
My God, you brought a Lord of the Rings quote into Cyberpunk. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. But so you drive in circles because it's a circle, And you finally go into the substation. Your car does this weird like a jerking motion, and you fucking hammer down, break in. Your job is to like overload some panels, and her job is like set the explosives, and so like those two acts combined will cause the station to fucking explode. And as you're fucking with the panels, for some reason it has a negative effect on the chip, and you start freaking the fuck out.
I think it's probably because your hands are on the panels and those are starting to get overloaded too. So it's going through your hands into like your brain into the chip.
Yeah, so it fucks you up. You barely stumble back to the truck and you back out, and then you leave the facility. And this is interesting. Fucking Johny Silverhand appears again, and he's in pain. Like, he's showing visible fucking like, holy fuck, don't ever do that again. Yeah, he's like let's delta the fuck out of here. You know.
Yeah, the next one, Mike, he's like twitching in the back like he's fucking high as shit. And then he vanishes, and V's like, Johnny.
Yeah.
2 seconds later, he pops back up. Holy fuck,
that sucked.
Yeah.
But after that is, I believe, when you pull up to a ridge, right?
Yeah, you pull up to like an overlook, so that way you can see the whole thing. And there's some dialogue here with Pan Am. Like, she starts asking you, you're about to take down an AV. Like, how do you feel?
It's like, I feel fucking good. Let's go. Woo! Woo!
That's pretty much the option I chose. Yeah, you're like, oh, this is what I live for. She goes, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, she's an adrenaline junkie. She just wanted to hear you say it too.
So she passes you the fucking remote, and V's like, oh man, I've always wanted to push the big red button on a job like this. And you're just sitting there waiting. She goes, oh, there's the AV. I see it. Just a little longer. Now. And you go, click. Oh, there it goes. Click.
Yeah.
Oh no, something's wrong. Click it again. Fucking finally, explosion starts going off.
It's the fucking Dark Knight meme where the Joker's like,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it detonates the substation, right? As the AV is going overhead, and it has like a small EMP effect, right? Knocks out the electronics. But the AV doesn't go down. It must be on like minimal fucking operating capacity, you know, like barely able to keep afloat, but it's not going down.
Yeah.
So it needs like one more fucking straw to break the camel's back. And fucking Pan Am's like, hold on, I got this. Pan Am, what are you doing? Eat this.
Look at that crazy motherfucker. She got a rocket
launcher. She pulls the rocket launcher and she's like, dig this.
Yeah, exactly.
Little fucking Matrix reference.
Fucking fires it. It looks like it's a javelin or something because it locked on. Hits it from up top. She goes, booyah, got it. And so he's like, oh shit, yeah, it's losing altitude. Let's fucking go. Soon as she gets...
Sorry. I was just going to say, if the fucking javelin missile took it out, why did we need the EMP in the first place?
Probably because it wouldn't have been enough to like fully knock it out of the sky.
Oh.
And she might have been a little more worried too about possibly just straight up murking Helman.
Oh.
But at that point, like, you got to do what you got to do. Otherwise, they're gonna fucking, as soon as they regain any bit of power, they're gonna fucking haul ass.
Yeah, because I know energy shields aren't a thing in this universe. I don't think, right?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know. Don't read too much into it, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the fucking rocket launcher is the last straw that broke the camel's back. The AV is going down, and you get on the truck, and you're racing towards the AV, and this is when you start hearing radio chatter.
Yeah.
From the Aldercados, the clan that Pan Am comes from. You hear Mitch and Scorpion, and I think a few other people on the radio. They're saying, hey, do you guys see that fucking AV? Yeah, we need to go to the crash site. But Pan Am can't warn them because the EMP knocked out her local radio.
Yeah.
So she's trying to warn them, be like, hey, call off the assault. You're walking into a fucking hornet's nest.
Yep.
And they can't get through in time. So Pan Am's worrying and everything. And I think you get attacked by more drones at this point too.
You do. They're little tiny fuckers. And I wish I would have kept the bit where I recorded it because she was swinging so fucking much. Like, I couldn't fucking aim, dude. Yeah. I was struggling to fucking hit those little tiny bitches.
This is a pretty cool scene where you're shooting the fucking drones, right? And then the gun locks up. And from the gun's camera point of view, because you're watching that point of view, you can see Pan Am open up the fucking hatch and starts working on the turret. It's just weird. but also cool that you can see the game from different perspectives and camera angles like that. I like it.
Yeah, she's getting pissed because there's some latch that's locked that she can't get unlocked. She's like jabbing it with a fucking screwdriver and shit. And you start seeing fucking bullet spray just slowly crawling up the fucking driver's side door. And one round ends up ricocheting, hits her in her side.
Yeah, she gets injured, like a graze or something on her stomach or her side.
Yeah.
And you guys pull up to where the AV has crashed, right? And she finds a hypo and she's like, expired. Ah, fuck it. But it doesn't do enough, right? It's able to keep her going and everything, but obviously because it's expired, it doesn't have full effect and she can't like fully help you in combat.
Yeah.
So what you end up doing is you tell her, hey, stay put. There's fucking the crashed AV. You did a little drone search around it. Mitch is alive, but the other Aldecados have been killed.
Yeah. And like you can't see whether they have Scorpion or not. Like you get to see Mitch being escorted by security. But he's the only one that we actually see walking around. So we don't know whether the Scorpion already got captured and was brought inside or what.
Yeah. So, well, I think when you scan the area, oh wait, no, it's not confirmed yet. So you scan the area, you see a bunch of dead Aldecados. Obviously the Arasaka people thought they were being jumped, so they probably shot on sight, right? And Mitch is the only one that survived. They bring him into the AV. And as you're scanning, you can see that the AV has rocket launcher systems.
Yeah.
So this is a very fucking tough cookie to crack. So this is your first taste of combat in a while where it's actually pretty fucking challenging. And you're only like level, 12 or 13 at this point?
Probably. I can't remember what my guy's at.
You don't have a lot of tools at your disposal. There's a big fucking drone. There's multiple little fucking robot mechs or automatons, whatever you want to call them.
Basically, yeah.
Security bots. Let's call them security bots. And a few other soldiers. So this is going to be a tough cookie to crack. And Pan Am is like, you let me help you, let me fight. And you're like, no, you stay the fuck here. You're bleeding all over your fucking truck.
Yeah. Like you're fucking injured. You stay there.
Yeah. So you tell her, just cover me as best you can from here. I'll let you know when it's clear to go in.
Yeah. So she, if you remember, she has Mitch's sniper rifle. We grabbed that from her before we went to go get her truck and shit.
Which she doesn't do shit with it. At least when I was fighting, I never saw her fire it once.
I didn't see her fire it in this fight. I did see her in the fights coming up.
Okay.
And this is kind of where our playstyles are gonna change up how these fights go.
So, speaking of playstyles,
what'd you do?
I caved in. Dude. So I recorded gameplay. I tried. I spent all of my perk points into the body skill tree with the blunt weapons, right? And I selected all the perks that I thought would help me out the most, with the fucking sledgehammers and shit and the baseball bats. I tried. I went to after I did our previous mission, I looked on the map and I found the nearest fucking melee weapon vendor. I go to there, but outside are some random fucking goons. Not even like a boss or anything. It's just some random goons with like a lieutenant level fucking enemy. Nothing too insane, right? I couldn't kill them with my just regular baseball bat and like fucking the build that I was rocking. It was fucking embarrassing. It was so sad.
Fucking embarrassing.
It was, man. I died like 5 times before I'm like, dude, this build sucks. I don't know if I'm just, maybe the melee blunt style of play gets better the more levels you have, and maybe early on it really fucking sucks, but I don't want to wait until fucking I'm level 20 or 30 for this build to get good. I fucking stressed out, so I'm like, fuck it. I go into the inventory, go to my character, I reset all of my fucking attributes, and you know what I did. You know what I fucking did.
You're a blade boy.
I fucking went to my old play style, and immediately once I did that, my character felt fast, he felt speedy, he felt deadly. I fucking took out all those guys, and that was it. Like fucking, I spec'd into reflexes, I think is that stat, and cool, to where I can throw my throwing knives and have my katana and dash, and fucking sprint speed is really fast. It's fucking nice. It feels a lot better. Dude, I tried. Maybe I'm playing it wrong. Maybe I needed to get more baseball bats earlier on or more implants earlier on. But fucking at a base level, it was unplayable. With the baseball bat, you move so slow you don't have the reflect ability of a fucking katana. So if you're out in the open, you're fucked. You can't close the distance fast enough where you can get in melee range and start killing them.
Yeah.
It's not like a katana. With a katana, with the fucking reflex skill tree, you can dash, you can side strafe, your sprint speed is faster, your fucking vaulting speed is faster, everything you do. So you can close that distance a lot easier.
Yeah.
And if you get caught out in the open, you can reflect the fucking bullets like a fucking Jedi. So fuck the blunt weapon playstyle. I tried. I've legitimately tried, but I fucking went back and I'm going to my old playstyle. I fucking love it. And I instantly started doing better. Rant over.
So yeah, even with you switching to your old playstyle of blades, like we still probably went about it differently. Like, I took out the first bot, no problem. It was like the one that's on the back left section all by itself. Here's where I fucked up. I made what I was calling a rookie mistake.
Ooh.
When we went into clouds and they, took all of our weapons, I forgot to re-equip stuff, and I was starting to move like attachments around.
Mm-hmm.
So that pistol that we got from the heist mission, that's still like my main heavy hitter.
Oh, me too.
And I forgot to put on a suppressor on it, which with my playstyle, if I'm crouched and I do suppressed shots, I can hit people in the head twice. It'll fucking pretty much instantly kill them.
Yeah.
I realized far too late that I didn't have one on. So I only had the little, somewhat full auto fucking pistol.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'm hitting 1, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots, 5 shots. And finally just, bink! Everyone fucking knows. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I just start running around, capping everybody with the fucking pistol we get from him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I flip a corner real quick to go take care of the big boy. And what was pissing me off is I can hack him with the robots. Like if I hit him with a short circuit, it deals a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
There was a bush that kept getting in my fucking way. So I'd fucking activate it, like, God damn it, I have to shift a little bit, activate it again. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually fucking hit him. But yeah, no, totally fucked up and forgot to put my suppressor on the right gun.
Nice.
I felt real fucking stupid. It was good. Good.
Why are you so fucking stupid?
Fucking stupid.
But yeah, this is pretty cool. Like, you can finally see our branching playstyles, and with me going back to blades and fucking katanas, you'll be able to see my distinct form of playing, sliding, using Sandevistan, throwing a fucking ninja blade. And then once I come out of Sandevistan, I'm like, all right, shing, who's ready to die?
Yeah. Like, now they can actually see how we properly play because you're not trying something new. Like, this build.
Yeah, it's
you
fun.
know this one, I know mine. So we're going to be able to actually, show off our skills. Yeah. Our skills.
This is where it's going to get good. This is where the fun begins.
God damn it!
But anyway, so once you kill all the enemies, I don't think you can take out the rocket launchers, right? I tried.
No.
You just have to beeline it to the shuttle and fucking disable it from the computer panel.
Yeah, I have tried to kill them on several different playthroughs, testing different things out. The only way to take them out is to disable them with the laptop that's on the side.
Yeah, it killed me twice because I killed all the enemies and I was like, fuck, do I need to get the right angle here? And then they get me out of cover, get a lucky shot. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
But you open up the fucking shuttle, you hack it, open up the shuttle bay doors, and instantly, there's a co-pilot, the last fucking survivor of the shuttle is holding Mitch at gunpoint. And Hunter, I don't know what you did, but I did something funny. You start rationalizing hey, all right, just settle down. And as the dialogue is in mid-sentence, I'm like, can I just fucking kill? I can. You don't have to. I was like, is this a cutscene or can I just fucking pop him? So yeah, we did the same thing.
There's a way that all of us can make it out of this alive. And it was either as the pilot was saying something or V was responding, I was like, fuck you. Boom.
It's that Bugs Bunny fucking meme where he's smoking, or he's got a twig and he's like,
yep, exactly. So that's fucking funny. I was wondering if you did that too.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, can I just fucking, oh my God, it worked. So you just fucking dome him. I don't know if you can rationalize with him or reason with him or
I don't know. I can't remember.
Parlay with him.
I know that for sure. Ever since my second playthrough, I have never finished that dialogue. I've
Yeah.
always shot him in the face.
Yeah, so maybe there's a section where you can like negotiate with him and be like, all right, let him go, and then he goes on his own business. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, so you kill that guy. Mitch comes out of the shuttle and tells Panem, sorry, Scorpion didn't make it. And Panem's devastated. You have to like calm Panem down and be like, hey, you know, I'm sorry about your clan and everything. Mitch says that, hey, he was a stubborn bastard. He wouldn't have listened to you anyway.
Yeah. Like, Scorpion was going to do what he was going to do. Like, no one could have prevented him or stopped him.
But we learn that the survivors of the crash, which this is a tiny shuttle, dude. Like, keep in mind, when I went in there, it looked like there was only enough seats for like maybe 15 people.
Yeah, and we have to include the fucking bots that rolled out of that bitch.
Yeah. In this mission, you kill like fucking 30 people.
Yeah, easily.
So how do they fit all that fucking personnel in that shuttle?
Nuts butt.
Yeah, nothing tip to butt, you know? But
tip to shit.
You retrace the last steps, right? So they got Andrew Helman out of the shuttle.
Yeah.
And Mitch says, hey, they took our vehicles and they ran. So they're trying to find a secure location to hold up and notify Arasaka to come rescue them, right?
Yeah.
So you retrace the last steps of the vans. They drive off. It's like a little holographic recreation of events.
Yeah.
You hop in the motorcycles. You have Scorpion's motorcycle and then a random Aldecado's motorcycle.
Yeah, and it's important to note too that if you want to be able to continue, Panem's quest, I think you have to ask her to come with you, because there's like an option of, you stay here, or what will you, help me finish this fight.
You can't romance her if you leave her behind?
I don't think so.
What?
Because you have, in order to get to the next stage, which this is getting a little ahead, you have to be able to defend her to Saul. If you don't defend her to Saul, that also will end it.
Really?
Yeah,
if you take kind of Saul's side and just say, hey, thank you for the help?
Yeah, you have to say, hey.
God damn, Panem's a picky bitch.
You have to say, it wasn't her fault, whatever, but we'll get to that later, yeah.
Panem is a fucking picky fucking bitch. Never mind, I'm going to romance Carrie then. Carrie's down to fuck. He's like, he doesn't need fucking 10 fucking speech checks. He's like, hey, asshole's here, bud.
Give it that hawk tour.
Stop it. But you recreate the last steps and you go to a nearby warehouse, right? That's where they're trying to hold up.
Yeah.
And my fucking question is, how did they already have time to set up turrets everywhere? What the fuck?
I don't know. I wish I would have been able to capture it. So, I got fucked. The way that I initially went through this is I initiated overload on both of those turrets, and I took everybody out but the sniper, because the sniper, I saw him like dip down. Little did I know, he glitched into the fucking C-tainer he was in, so I couldn't kill him. Like, I threw a grenade on one side, and you hear him dash towards the other side. It's like, okay, threw a grenade over there. He dashed back. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? So I said, fuck it, reloaded the bitch and just killed him as fast as I fucking could. But I was livid with the fact that he just straight up teleported through the metal inside the box.
God damn.
I was mad.
You got Cyberpunked. You got Skyrim'd.
And he could still shoot me.
Oh.
I got shot through the fucking box.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But so you go to the first location, kill all the enemies there, right? And you're like, all right, he's not here. But they're digging in for a final stand at like a nearby motel. I don't think it's the Sunset Motel. It's a different kind of motel.
Yeah.
So you go
they're at a gas station.
Right, it's a gas station. So you go there, and this is like the last bastion of their fucking defenses, right? They have drones, they have turrets, they have, about 10, 15 guys, it feels like.
Yeah, they had a decent amount of people there. And, you start creeping up, and this is kind of where I started to see more of Panem actually trying to help. Because she not only was shooting from up top, but she eventually started like kind of moving her way in a little bit.
Yeah.
Something funny did happen here. Because I don't have a whole shit ton of RAM right now, like I can only hack like once or twice depending on the level of the enemy.
What are you talking about? You have 64 gigs of RAM.
That's on my PC, not in my not in my head, sir. But yeah, so I had to kind of be like careful, and both of those big ass drones came fucking right around the corner, and I had one guy shoot me here, one guy shoot me here. So I did what I was calling the Scooby-Doo fight, where like, you know, the fucking music was like
Benny Hill?
Yeah, dude. I was just running around in circles like fuck, waiting on my ram to fucking come back.
Oh my god.
But ended up fucking being able to. I hacked one, blew it up, shot one dude in the face, killed one of the other drones, and was able to like kind of work through it from there. But because that pistol is kind of getting a little underpowered at this point in the story,
Yeah.
I wasn't able to just sneak in like I normally do and just wipe them all out. Because normally, like, you know, I go through and I take care of all the side quests and
Yeah.
everything before I progress in the main stories. So like the last couple times where I played through it on my own, I was fucking way overpowered by this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I full on had to like do a fucking Scooby-Doo type bullshit of running around so I didn't get shot in the face.
So you kill the last of the guys here, right? And you go up to like this one of the second floor apartments, and there's fucking the last guy, and he's a medic, and he's like, "All right, you got us, fuck, I don't want to fuck with you." And Andrew Helman is there. Apparently, he hurt his knee or fucking something during the whole altercation, and the medic is singing to him. And as you're talking to Andrew Helman, the medic's just cowering in the corner. I'm like, just fucking killed him. I'm like, no survivors.
Right.
Killed the medic for no reason other than just my own self-amusement. You're talking to Andrew Helman, and he's like, "Hey, who sent you? Who are you here?" "Hey, nothing personal, bud." Oh, you knock his ass out.
Oh, dude, I didn't even talk to him. Like, Johnny pops up in the corner. He's like, "Dude, fuck this guy. Just like fucking nab him. Let's go." So I just straight up knocked him out. He didn't even get to talk to me.
Yeah. So you knock his ass out, and you're leaving the fucking place. And this is when the Aldercados completely swarm the area, right? It's like, "Hey, thanks for the help, fucking dickwads.
Yeah.
Would have been nice 5 minutes ago."
You know, when there was actually bodies here to bury.
Yeah. So the whole Aldercados clan is here, like a good amount of them, right? There's like fucking 50 of them. And Saul, right? The big boss of the fucking Aldercados comes around and starts ripping into Pan Am. They say, you know, Scorpion died and Pan Am feels terrible. And she's like, "Hey, is there anything I can do? You've done enough."
Yeah.
Like,
and
ooh.
again, this is where there's that speech check to make sure that you can stay on her good side, and you have to defend her to Saul. Like, you know, you say it wasn't Pan Am's fault. He goes, "Oh well, you know, she chose to come out here." It's like, no, like I asked her to come help me. I needed the one to get the AV down. It's my fault it was down. This and that. Like, you take full on responsibility for it. And Saul is still like, "Well, you know what? Aldercados are not only responsible for themselves or their people, so these deaths are still on her hands." Like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I guess I locked myself out of Pan Am's fucking romance because I chose the one where I'm like, "Thanks for the backup, Saul."
Yeah, you fucked up.
So whatever. I'll just fuck Carrie, I guess. Even though I'm not gay, I'll just be like, "All right, let's do this." Woo! Take out the ass. But anyway, you're talking to Pan Am and you're like, "All right, you need anything else?" Like, "All right, until next time." And you lift up fucking Andrew Helman on this tiny little bike. Where are you gonna fucking sit? His whole torso takes up the whole fucking seat. Are you gonna just fucking lay him down and then you're gonna sit on top of his fucking torso? Just like,
right?
But anyway, you load him up and you take him back to the Sunset Motel.
Yeah, and it's good to note too that as this whole dialogue sequence is wrapping up, she gives you Scorpion's bike. Like, you gotta keep it. So we finally have a fucking vehicle again, because I haven't done the fucking shit for Fuckhead.
It randomly gave it to me. After our last mission, it said, "Hey, your fucking vehicle's ready." I'm like, "Oh, cool. I don't have to do that whole fucking mission now."
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, because I haven't done it either. I'm like, I'm fucking having fun. I don't want to go talk to Delamain right now.
Oh, I wonder if we fucking...
What if we failed? Can you fail it if you fucking ignore it for too long?
Yeah. I've failed it before. I failed it midway through one of the missions because I did it when I was really weak my first time through.
Yeah.
And it locked me out of it entirely.
Well, I don't like Delamain anyway, so his missions are boring.
His last one's cool, though.
I've never done any of his missions except the first one.
So, side tangent. Basically, like, you have to go to the factory because everything's going fucking haywire. And you get a couple of different choices. You can either... excuse me. You can restore Delamain, bring him back to, you know, being himself, which all the cars that you have to go chase, their memories basically get wiped.
Yeah. They're
Or
like AIs that are getting sentient, right?
yeah, exactly. Or what you can do, I can't remember whether you have to destroy the core for it or you alter shit with your intelligence. You can make it to where they get to stay sentient. The main Delamain dies, but
Oh.
depending on which one you choose, you get a different car as a reward. So
Ooh.
I have Excalibur as a car on my other playthrough.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And you can actually like you can talk to him and shit as you're driving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
I told you. I told you it's cool.
Now I got to look up that car.
Yeah, it's fucking neat.
But anyway, so you bring Andrew Helman back to the Sunset Motel, and what happens there, he's like, all right, so who are you with? And you're like, I'm not with anybody. I need you to tell me about the relic. And because he starts asking like, hey, if you're with fucking X company, as long as you'll pay more, I'll go with you right now.
Yeah.
He's ready
He's
to
a fucking whore.
He's ready to turncoat right then and there. Like, more money? Yeah, I don't care. You just killed everyone I was working with.
Yeah, I don't care that you could literally just execute me right here and now. You want to pay me?
Yeah.
Really? I should be offering to pay you, but you want to pay me?
But you start talking to him, and because he worked on the chip, right? He's like one of the designers of it.
He's the main designer. He's the one that he's the architect of it.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Saburo.
No, so Saburo, he was the one who initiated the project. He was the one that requested that to be done.
Oh, okay.
Because there were two versions of the chip, which we learn about. There's the one that they were advertising out to the public where excuse me. You can have like your engram saved or whatever, right?
Yeah.
However, this new chip, the one that's in you, is Relic 2.0, which 2.0 makes it to where it goes into basically a corpse and will reanimate it with your mind to take over it. So it's like being able to be immortal.
Yeah.
But yeah, Helman was the one. He was the one that designed it. He built it. That's why he has all of the documentation on it. Like he's the guy. He's that guy.
You're not that guy. But you start talking to Andrew Helman and you're like, hey, how do I fucking fix this? And he's like, I need to scan you. So you give him his fucking data uplink and he starts looking at everything. And he's like, dude, you're fucked. The best I can do is I can recommend you to a fucking clinic in Norway and just die peacefully.
Yeah, because the chip is literally eating away at your brain. He's like, your meat brain can't do anything against it. Like it's defenseless.
Yeah, so he's no help, but you do get the blueprints to the relic.
Yeah, which that I kind of wish I would have actually captured that scene because it's fucking cool seeing like all the different files and shit pull up.
I captured it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because like that whole sequence is just really interesting to watch.
Yeah. The whole, most of the time when you're doing a job, you get the relic shard and it shows like the fucking overview of the mission. It's that kind of anime.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
But after you're done talking to Helman, you've already called Goru, right? And he's on his way. And I can't remember, why does Goru want to talk to Andrew Helman?
I'm not sure. They don't ever really specify why he wanted to talk to why Takamura wanted him.
Yeah.
But I know it had something to do with just the fact that he turned coat on Arasaka. So I think that might be him trying to still get his bargaining chip to get back into the company.
Yeah, I never really understood the connection there. Like maybe something with Yorinobu because Andrew Helman was talking and close with Yorinobu.
It could be. It could just be the fact that he turned coat and dipped. But yeah, Goro comes in and he's sitting there talking. And he's like, well, if you're all done with him, I'll have him.
I love this scene.
If right as soon as you start taking a step outside, you can hear him like, so are you thirsty? He never offered you any water? Like, dude, fuck you.
And what's fucked up is like, that's inhumane. Me, I'm not like that. I will give you as much water as you want. Gallons, actually. And Andrew Helman, he picks up on what he's saying. Like, actually, I'm good. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't want to get waterboarded.
Gallons, actually.
Yeah. So you step out, and this is when you get sick. The game is reminding you, hey, fucker, you're dying.
Yep.
You step outside, you're throwing up, and that's when you get to talk to. Actually, it's optional. Like Johnny's appearing on the bench, and he's like, "Oh, fuck this," and you can choose to just be like, "Yeah, fuck him."
Yeah, but I mean, it's so rare to be able to actually have like that one-on-one conversation with Johnny that I never skip the tapeworms.
Yeah.
I play through them every time. So
Wait, these are actual quests? They're called tape. It's
called-
how to build your relationship with Johnny, huh?
yeah, that's how you start to make it to where
Oh,
I mean, like the outcome doesn't necessarily change. Like you can skip them and probably still do the one where Johnny like is, you know what? I'll take the I'll take the bullet, whatever. You know, I'll let you keep your body, but.
I know it does have an effect on something with the end of the game. Something.
I know that these quests make it to where he'll start to interact with you differently. He'll view you differently. So like, you know, certain shit will happen and it'll change the way that you talk.
Yeah.
Like it'll start to influence, say, the end of the one of the missions with Carrie where you get to go do the rock show.
Yeah.
He'll say different shit to you depending on your relationship with him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're sitting on the bench and you can start asking him like, "Hey, what the fuck is your problem? Like, why are you so upset right now?" And he's like, "You know what? I'll make a deal with you. You help me get my closure with Arasaka, and I'll help you with this." And you can like call him out on his bullshit. Be like, "Nah, you're fucking just scared. You're resurrected in a new life. You don't know what to fucking do. You're just kind of like inventing a boogeyman to fight," which is actually kind of true. Maybe Johnny waking up 50 years in the future, he's like, "I don't know anyone except Rogue. I feel unimportant. The world forgot about me. And now I have to like find my purpose again." And the only thing he can cling on to is his hate for Arasaka.
Yeah.
You know, he's having a bit of an identity crisis and he won't admit it. But he's like, V kind of calls him out on it. Like, you're just finding something familiar to grasp onto. And that's your hate for Arasaka.
See, I went a slightly different route. I went the one that was like, you know, you and I both have clear goals. Like, you want to get back at Arasaka. You want to finish what you started. I want to stay above ground. So, you know, we have that common ground there of both of us having a goal that we're working towards.
Yeah.
Which kind of helped him calm down a little bit. He still talks about like, you know, helping you go to Mikoshi and get all that shit done. He's like, then after that, I want to burn it to the ground. Like, all right, I get it.
Yeah, so in my version, this is where you get the famous speech, "If I need to kill, I'll kill. If I need your body, I'll fuck it, take it."
So I think that one's not optional. That one happens every time because I saw that one too.
Oh, okay.
All the rest of it happens after that.
Okay, so in my specific instance, he's like, "You really don't get it. I'm going to tell you this one time why I need to get back at Arasaka." And he starts talking about how Night City originally was like farmland and how the builders of the city like steamrolled everything, kicked all the farmers out and built a corporate hell. And he's saying, "I'm not interested in I'm not interested in being nostalgic about an America that no longer exists. I'm not interested in this or that. I'm fighting for a cause of right and wrong, of fucking corpos stepping on everybody. And if I need to fucking take your body, I'll fuck it." You know,
Yeah.
that whole meme.
And one thing that I thought was interesting too, I don't know if you caught it. You did the corpo path, right?
Yeah. Oh, he calls me out.
He calls you out for being a corpo. It's like you're still infected with a corpo bug, so of course you can't see it.
Yeah. This is where one time where your fucking life path has some small fucking reoccurrence.
Like it's very minor, but it was cool to see them like re-implement that because, you know, aside from the very beginning, you don't really talk about it all that often.
Yeah.
So like I thought it was cool to have him like full on point that out because I forgot that happens.
Yeah. So Johnny basically tells you like, "Hey, Johnny," but he just basically tells you like, "Hey, I'm not fighting Arasaka just because I'm like anti-corpo. I'm anti like right and wrong." You know, he fucking has seen the devastation that the corpos have done, and he's like fighting a war of fucking right and wrong is what he's doing, what he's trying to explain.
Yeah.
But after that, Johnny disappears, and that's where the mission ends.
Yep, because after that, you have a couple different options. We can either go talk to Takamura and his friend out by the waterfront to get that going, or we can call Judy and go talk to Fingers, which is the the Ripper that took Evelyn.
I think next episode we're going to be finishing up the Judy shit. Just, kind of flip-flopping back and forth between just 2 missions and not start the Goro shit just yet.
Yeah, I mean, because once we do this mission, because we should go from talking to Fingers to actually like tracking everybody down. That's when like the timed events for Judy will start. Because Pan Am's, I mean, they won't start for you. But Pan Am's are gonna start for me, so I'll still get that shit all recorded. Because we were planning on doing like an episode on just like the romances, right? Like diving into it. Yeah,
so this will actually be a good thing for me to do the fucking Carrie romance when I get around to that. Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I'm a whore. I'm gonna fuck everyone I can.
Oh my god.
But I'll get the footage and shit taken care of for that.
Alrighty. Well, anyway, that is the end of this episode. Any closing thoughts, Hunter, about this? What we've done today? What we've covered?
I just thought that it was nice to be able to build more of a relationship with Pan Am.
Mm-hmm.
Because like every time that we've done a mission with her, every time like we've had a chance just to have that one-on-one talk, we get to see more of her as a person as opposed to just like this fucking war-bent machine that Rogue made her out to be.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to get like, again, the human factor. And that's a lot of like the more unique interactions for me that stand out are the ones that make them seem human.
Yeah.
Because again,
I'm only human.
I fucking hate you.
After all.
A lot of the times, it God damn.
Don't put your blame on me.
A lot of the times in games like this, like you kind of forget that realistically they're just people.
Yeah.
So it's cool to be able to like actually get to know their personality.
Yeah.
And get to see them outside of like the element of fucking kill.
Yep. And I forgot to mention this one last thing. When you're talking to Andrew Helman, that audio backtrack plays again. The same backtrack that plays when you're in very crucial moments of the story.
Oh, yeah.
That like that synth wavy kind of fucking sound.
Yeah.
It's like the looming presence of death that comes around every once in a while that reminds you of, hey, you're fucking dying.
Yeah.
But I love that. It's a very fucking storytelling device, in my opinion. That audio track, it doesn't just show up randomly. It shows at highly important moments in the story.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just wanted to point that out. But anyway, this has been Virtual Tavern, a podcast where we talk about all things sci-fi and fantasy. Join us next time for fucking... I can't talk that fast. It was burning up as it was getting faster. Like, stop!
You violated the law!
Pay the court of final circumstance! The buried the blood! Oh my god. Anyway, you'll have to join us next time, whenever that is. Be patient with us for the next installment of Sci-Fi Sunday, where we continue Judy's quest and see what happens to Evelyn Parker.
Yes.
But anyway, my name is Adam Edgar.
I am Hunter Chambliss.
And we will catch you guys. Go away.
Bye.
On the next one. Ciao. That's just become my signature thing I do now.
I have the bye, you have the fuck off.
I don't know. A happier ending for everyone involved.
Here, for folks like us, wrong city, wrong people.
A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. Why should it suit me? I know. Said what you had to say, but a thing of beauty.
Goodbye, and never stop fighting.